Well, we are live, pals, and welcome to the probably most recent edition of the Counted Out Watch Along that you are going to get here. My name is Tyler, and I am joined by my partner in crime, who we don't get to do a whole lot of these together. Mike, what the fuck's going on?
I'm a little disappointed. All of us, like right from the beginning, the video you sent me is sans entrances.
Yes, I apologize for that, but you have a pizza in the oven, and there's just no time for entrances, my
True,
friend.
true, very true.
So
Um,
what?
but the only reason I'm disappointed is because you told me on our most recent episode of the show, you told me that Kenny's entrance was something a little epic.
I love Kenny Omega's entrance right now. I will send you a video of his entrance off air on here. Why don't you tell the people what we're watching right now?
We are watching the most recent main event. We are recording this on December 3rd, which is the day after December 2nd, which happened to be the Wednesday of the episode of Dynamite where Kenny Omega faced off with Jon Moxley for the AEW Heavyweight Championship.
Yeah, and this is going to be the start of something special, I think. I'm very excited to see, and I know you are as well, where they go. But I wanted you to see because you haven't seen this match yet. I watched it
I have it.
as it aired, and I
I
want
am
you to.
excited about what's to come from the outcome of this. But I have not seen the match. However, I have been a big fan of Kenny Omega for several years now.
And you're
Uh,
a big fan of Moxley.
and you know what? I was a big fan of Moxley in CZW. I was a big fan of Dean Ambrose. I fell off of Moxley in AEW, but I think that's more of because of my dislike for AEW as a whole.
Yeah. And I'm excited for you to watch this too because I know it's been a while since you've watched AEW. A
Yes.
lot of things are different now. For me, I watch AEW pretty regularly. You know, I do fast forward my fair share of stuff just because I don't have a lot of time in the week to watch everything that happens.
Mhm.
But for me, Jon Moxley has been so refreshing in AEW because I only know him as Dean Ambrose. I did not watch him on the Indies beforehand.
Well,
And
you watched that one watch along with that me and Danny did.
oh my God, and that is why you guys have never done one since. But I just think like Moxley has carried himself really well. He's in the middle of now no spoilers here. He's at the end of having an epic title run here with AEW. His character is fantastic. He brings this realness and this badassness that you don't see in a long time. And now you're really starting to get the build of Kenny Omega as well. And they brought the cleaner back. And it's so crazy. It just goes to show how talented Kenny is to put that pressure on himself to perform at that level.
Let's be honest. Is Jon Moxley the closest thing we've got to a character like Stone Cold Steve Austin in the last 20 years?
1,000,000%. But he's so much different than Stone Cold Steve Austin. You can't hear it, but those chops are incredibly loud. You've got Don Callis on commentary, which is super cool because he's with Impact Wrestling.
And as far as we know at this point, he's only there because he's good friends with Kenny Omega.
Well, and they put it over. Did you know that Kenny Omega's uncle actually trained Don Callis to be a wrestler?
I did not know that.
They bring that up on commentary in this match, which we are replacing with better commentary right now. Beautiful Hurricane Rana there, by the way.
He did a horrible job because Don Callis is not a good wrestler.
Oh, he was great. Him and Rick Martel had a great tag team in the Prairies. Look at Kenny hitting the Terminator spot.
There he goes.
But Moxley has him scouted. Now you got to remember, these guys have already had a rivalry in AEW right when this thing first started, right?
Yep. They had that match. They had that match that got called out for being too hardcore.
Yeah.
Okay, right there, that spot right there. In our most recent episode of Counting Out, you and I talked about apron spots.
Yeah.
I was for, you were against. What did you think about that spot right there?
I'm fine with it. It was a clothesline. He didn't, he hit the apron, but it wasn't like a power bomb or a brain buster or anything like that. I'm okay with that. It was
Okay.
safe. Kenny was in control of himself there. It was safe. One thing I do like about this little rivalry that these guys have is the first time they fought, and they bring this up on commentary, and I thought Tony Schiavone did a really good job in this match. He says that the last time they fought, that Moxley he goaded Omega into fighting his fight. And this time, if Omega can keep it a wrestling match, he might have a better shot.
And here's another thing I want to bring up to all the people that basically say that Kenny Omega was used as a jobber in AEW, which is bullshit, obviously.
Yeah.
This proves right here because AEW uses a point system, do they not?
No, they do not.
What do you mean they do not?
There's no. They do a ranking system.
Oh, they do a ranking system.
Yeah, but that doesn't really they keep tabs of all the matches, and they give you like a UFC like score. I think Omega is 7-0 going into this match on the year.
But I don't think Omega's not getting a title shot if he's a fucking jobber, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's not as good as it should be. They've kind of loosened up sometimes here and there, but for the most part,
Have you ever heard of underground wrestling out in Australia?
Never.
I'll send you some clips. It's great stuff, and they have an actual ranking system.
See, I like that.
And
that's credibility.
Yes, and you cannot get a title shot if you're not in the rankings.
So right now, JR is not happy. He's calling out the referee in this match for not putting a count on the guys. You got the picture-in-picture here. This is one thing I really like that AEW does, is that they keep the action going. You know what I mean? So they're on a commercial break right now, but they go screen and screen, so you can still watch the match. And Omega, and they're just brawling in the crowd right now. Oh, Kenny's in the seats. What are your thoughts so far on this match?
I mean, based on the first few minutes, it's a great match. It's a Kenny Omega match. It is exactly what I would expect from a Kenny Omega main event.
What do you think of the screen and screen here? You like how they do that?
I guess
It's weird with the sound on because you're hearing the volume of the commercials, but you can still watch the action. It's a little bit weird, but you don't lose the flow of the match at least.
I'm not digging it.
Like, you're not losing the flow of the match. There's been the one criticism with AEW is the refereeing. It has gotten a little bit better.
Okay, let's be honest though. Who other than friend of the show Jimmy Corderas has been criticizing it?
A lot of people, a lot of fans have been, and myself included. They've been very lackadaisical on some of the rules here. Oh man, those chops! Kenny Omega's got big hands.
Can I mention again? Friend of the show, Jimmy Corderas.
Yes, because we've interviewed him. He is a friend of the show.
Very similar to friend of the show, Justin Credible.
That's right. Friend of
the
show, Justin
Credible. In our interview with Justin Credible, check it out in our archives.
Yeah, it's also on it is in this YouTube page that you are watching right now. Hopefully this doesn't get pulled down. I mean, if it does, it does. We're still watching a hell of a match here.
Hey, we're still watching. This is the best way you're going to get me to watch this match.
Yeah, I agree.
Because I probably would have told you, yeah, dude, I'm going to watch it. 6 weeks from now, you're going to be telling me, hey, man, have you watched this match yet?
That's the classic Mike.
It's true.
This is also the first AEW watch-along that we will be posting.
Yes, it is.
To break kayfabe a little bit, Jay and I one night got very drunk and tried to do the Young Bucks versus FTR, and I think we both just repeated ourselves for about 45 minutes, and I decided never to post it for anyone to see.
You should stop doing watch-alongs with Jay.
Well, Jay is the king of the watch along, man.
I think Jay hates me.
Well, I mean, I don't blame. If he does, it just means he's smart.
If you read any of the chat comments during our live show, Jay was not a fan of me at all.
I don't know if it was just Jay or the people in general.
I mean, he did that, and his own fucking podcast partners kind of sold him out.
Tyrone stole his thunder. That was awesome. If you guys haven't checked it out, also on our YouTube page that you're watching right now, check out the Good Friends Been.
What a fucking move by Kenny Omega!
I love that move. Hook in the leg. Now you're seeing Kenny getting serious. You know, we're
Frog rocker dropper.
Yeah, Kenny Omega. Do you think he's overrated, underrated? What do you like? Where are you on Kenny? You think he's
neither?
Yeah,
I can't call him overrated by any means because he's way too good to be overrated. Underrated, maybe, but
I don't know, man.
I think he gets the respect he deserves.
In my opinion, right now, I really think Kenny Omega might be the best wrestler on the planet.
I was saying that 4 years ago. I stopped saying it when he joined AEW, but that's probably because I just wasn't sold in AEW. I might be back on that horse right now. Kenny Omega, right there. Look, holy shit.
Don't discredit Moxley here too, man. Moxley's selling great because Moxley's that tough badass.
Doing his job.
Yeah, Moxley's that tough badass, and I think he sells it properly. He's giving Omega the respect. Everything looks good that is happening, but he's still selling properly and still being tough. Like that. Boof. What a clothesline.
But Omega is so good.
I really think Jon Moxley's doing some of the best work he's ever done in his career right now. I watched him do the Bloodsport stuff with GCW this year. His stuff with New Japan Pro Wrestling has been fantastic. And his run in AEW has really been impeccable. He is undefeated in singles action.
You know what turned me off when he came to AEW? Just like Miro, just like Brody Lee, anybody who comes over and then tries to make a fucking name for themselves by bitching and whining about their time in WWE.
See, I disagree with you on Moxley.
I get turned off right away. If they don't try to do that and then try to make a name of themselves just by their own product, I'm more easily to get sold on it.
See, I'm not with you here.
Complained about his fucking time in WWE, and I wasn't sold. Especially considering he had a reputation of being a lazy fucking prick in WWE. So I don't know to believe.
So here's my take on this. I'm with you on Miro. I'm with you on Brody Lee. I don't like how they came over. Moxley's never done any of that on air. You know where he talked about it? When he was interviewed by Chris Jericho on a podcast. And he was just honest about how he felt. I think there's a big difference between whining and bitching and just being honest about how you felt in creative. And I'm sure Moxley would be one of the first people to tell you, yeah, you know what? I was a lazy fuck because I hated what I was doing. But he didn't bitch about it. He's never gone out of his way to say, fuck the WWE, I hate them. Not like, you've heard that with Miro and you've heard that with Brody Lee and amongst hundreds of other people. Moxley just answered questions on a podcast.
You're not wrong.
I know. I never am. Just ask me. I'll tell you.
Yeah.
But again, take a look where Moxley is now compared to where he was, 2 years ago when he was putting a gas mask on and having a terrible feud with Seth Rollins.
I hate that people bitch about that. That didn't get enough respect. I liked that angle. That gas mask angle.
You're the only person. It was terrible, man.
How? Okay. What did you think about the Cody Rhodes mask angle?
Where he had the face shield on, or where he put paper bags on people's faces?
Either or.
I was fine with it because he was selling an injury.
Why did that work and his not work? The
because
gas,
Cody.
he was a heel, and he was coming out saying that these people were fucking disgusting and they stink, so he needed a fucking gas mask.
Yeah,
No
it was
different than
terrible.
Cody putting fucking bags over people's heads. No
Well,
different.
100%. There's a million differences between that.
Don't
First of
agree.
all, Cody Rhodes was playing a character called Dashing Cody Rhodes. Rey Mysterio broke his nose, therefore wrecking his beauty and having Cody have to wear a face mask, which put him into a dark place and made him not feel dashing, which provoked a feud. He broke his nose and
I
wrecked his
know, I
gimmick.
know, I know. I'm just saying.
So, do you think that when Jon Moxley was getting needles shoved in his ass by a doctor, or sorry, when Dean Ambrose was doing that, that was also good because that was the gas mask period too.
Yeah, I know.
It was fucking terrible, and you know it.
We're gonna bring that part up.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Also, Cody Rhodes putting bags on people's heads is fucking hilarious. When
Right?
you're in the front row and he's saying you're ugly, put this bag on. That's heel heat. When
Yeah.
you're Jon Moxley putting a gas mask on your face saying you stink, that did not come. Like I know they were going for heel heat, it did not work, and you know it didn't work. You AEW hater.
That has nothing to do with my feelings for AEW. That's my feelings that I liked that angle.
So watch Jon Moxley right now, and you tell me that this character does not feel fresher and more relevant. You just compared him to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I'm sorry, I can't watch Jon Moxley right now
Because you're half
commercial.
and half. Yeah, but if you need a Samsung, look at this guy winging people. Oh, there's Cody Rhodes on the half and half commercial.
All I see is a circus and Snoop Dogg.
Let's talk about that. Snoop Dogg and Cody Rhodes. We got some snakes there. This is just entertaining as the match.
Yeah.
Go Big Show. TBS.
Come on.
Superstation.
What are you doing?
We got some near falls going on in the ring here. I like how they slow it down though when they go to commercial. You know, they're not doing anything crazy. You're not missing anything. You can still see it. Moxie's got that choke over really good right now. Does Kenny Omega, just watching this match, are you getting some old school feels on Kenny?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's something you haven't felt. And I've said this a couple times.
I thought about this for years with his New Japan days. Kenny has a very big throwback feel to him. Kenny gives a lot of respect to the old school Flair race. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he's got that pizzazz on top of it, you know?
Exactly.
He's got an it factor, and
he gives respect to and influence from these guys, but at the same time, he is Kenny Omega. He never, when you're watching Kenny, you go, oh yeah, he's obviously like inspired by this guy or this guy. He's Kenny Omega throughout, but he gives respect to these old school wrestling guys.
No, absolutely, man. So Kenny Omega, he has such an aura to him and a presence. So the first time I've only seen Kenny Omega fight twice live. And paradigm shift. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I saw him wrestle for the first time ever at the Northern Navigation Show in Toronto for Ring of Honor. And he worked Delirious in the second match on the card. Never heard of Kenny Omega in my life before. And he just had something about him that captivated me. Now, the second match I saw him in, I was very excited because now I respect him. I did some research on him. You know, I was excited about him. And I watched him fight at the Markham Fairgrounds, Ring of Honor Bound by Hate. And it was Kenny Omega versus Daniel Bryan / Bryan Danielson versus Tyler Black. And it was fucking awesome. And Kenny held his own.
I can't believe they fought in Markham.
Oh, what a match. It's one of the best live matches I've ever seen. Look at Ambrose. He's got the chairs in the ring here. Like, what are you doing, Dean?
All right. You need to hold this for a minute while I go pull my pizza out of the oven.
You're going to get your pizza. I'm going to take over here. You got Dean Ambrose. What are you doing here? This is not a no disqualification match. And it's almost like he's calling Kenny Omega out here. And this is going to show some toughness on Omega. You know, if you're going to be this guy, you gotta show that you can hang. And I don't think I want to have a slap fight with Jon Moxley right now. And he's going to give him one. Oh, my God. Holy shit. He just clobbered him. And I didn't see other. Oh, these guys are just. Oh, that was right on the ear. I can't imagine that felt good. These guys are just giving it. They're giving it their all here. You got a hockey fight going here. I don't know how I feel about this chair spot. It's a little, where's the referee again? But they're not using it. So is it illegal? Again, a little leeway. I'm okay with it, I think. I'm okay with it. Just because they end up. Oh, my God, the V trigger. I'm going to put this out here right now. I think the V trigger is becoming the new super kick because that move is devastating, and I hope they protect it more than what they are right now. That was a beautiful snap German. Now you're really seeing Kenny Omega come out here. Oh, again. I know. I'm being a Kenny Omega fanboy right now, but you got to respect what he does. Oh, beautiful counter into the German suplex. Now you're seeing Moxley step up too. These guys are two of the best at what they do right now. Another V trigger. And this is what I'm talking about, though. You got to watch out the number of V triggers we're throwing. Huge lariat. Great spot. Give these guys some time. Let it settle now. Great selling by Kenny. Moxley's hurt. Here we go. Moxley up to his feet. Look at me trying to do commentary. There we go. Mike's got the pizza bag. We're going paradigm shift again. Mike, you missed a hell of an exchange here. You got your second paradigm shift. Is this going to be enough? We all know it's not because we all know what happens. Took us time getting the cover, though. See, I like that. That's a little thing that protects your finish. Mike, you probably missed the most explosive exchange.
That's a lost art right now, is protecting the fucking finish.
Well, I was just saying to everybody, Mike, and you just missed it, so I'll repeat myself, is that the V trigger, I think, is becoming the next super kick. Oh, there it is again. That's about the fourth one we've just seen in 2 minutes.
I'm sorry. So that would be the new Sunset, or the new
Destroyer.
Canadian Destroyer, which is the new super kick, which is the new DDT,
which is the new headlock, which is the new lockup. Yeah. I hope Omega protects that a little more because I think it's one of the best moves he has in his arsenal. Beautiful drop kick. These guys might.
That's something you don't see very often. Is a drop kick to the back.
Mm-hmm. How about this? What are we going to see again? Another one? Oh, see, but you know what I mean? Like they're just diluting that move. That's about the fifth one. You missed about 3 of them. Beautiful move there. These guys are really picking up the pace now,
I think you're a few seconds ahead of me, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I got a near fall there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I just protect your stuff. You know what I mean? We don't need to see 100 V triggers, and we will. But make it mean something. Beautiful knee. Little Kota Ibushi there. Earlier in the match, we missed it, and I wish I picked up on it when we were talking about it. But Kenny did some throwback AJ Styles moves. Oh, Moxley lured him in there.
Gotta say, Moxley's got a great work punch, eh?
Yeah. Who knows how snug that really is. What do you think, though?
Electric chair? Oh, no.
Going for the one-winged angel. You know what I love? And as much as I just talked about and shit on how they're not protecting the V-trigger, they have protected the one-wing angel. Do you know nobody has ever kicked out of it? Oh, here's the AJ Styles spot. There it was right there. It didn't miss it.
Look at his chest.
See how he did? Oh, no, sorry. He's doing the Okada stuff, not AJ Styles. See how he hit the Okada Rainmaker pose there?
Yeah.
Oh!
Off tangent right now. I have a problem with this.
Okay.
Speaking of Rainmaker.
Yeah.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
Came out with a clothing line.
Okay. Called the Painmaker?
Painmaker.
It's his new thing.
If I'm Okada, I'm pissed.
Why? You're in a different continent, man.
Fuck that. The only reason he came up with Painmaker was because he was fucking feuding with the Rainmaker. And then he goes and names all this shit after. Fuck that.
You just hate Jericho.
I don't hate Jericho. I hate what he's become in the last 3 years.
You haven't said a good word about Jericho on our show once. You want to sing Judas with me? Will that make you feel better?
Well, fuck that. Judas.
What have I become now that I betrayed
I will cut you.
everyone I've ever loved to push them all away? It's the best entrance in wrestling right now.
Fozzy is a horrible fucking man.
I'm not. Oh, here we go. So these are the heaters. Oh,
look at that.
By the way, Chris Jericho before COVID, best entrance in professional wrestling.
Sure.
You never even seen it, have you?
I have.
You watched the crowd sing Judas?
I watched the bullshit they did on the fucking Jericho cruise.
No, better than that, man. It got crazy. What do you think of this injury angle going on here?
I like it.
I never buy the injury angle anymore, though. Do you?
Depends on how it's sold, I guess.
You buying this one?
Well, I know the outcome, so no, but...
But were you buying it just watching the paradigm shift in that? Here we go.
We're going with it, though.
Yeah, me too. Look at the story they're telling. Callis. Man, Don Callis. This guy is the unsung hero of professional wrestling right now.
Okay. Anybody who's our age, remember back, man. This is the Jackal.
Yeah.
All right? This is the leader of the Truth Commission. This is the leader of the Oddities.
No, how about you take it to his most forgotten role?
No. Let me keep going. This is Cyrus.
Yeah.
This is the man. This is the leader of the network.
There you go. That was some of his best work too.
The leader of what was it? The TNN.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, Don Callis is one of the most. He should be a Hall of Famer.
He is.
He is one of the most underrated managers / just background superstars of all time.
Let's be real. Him and Scott D'Amore have taken Impact Wrestling and made it respectable and credible again.
Agreed.
Look at Kenny Omega with the microphone. That Callis slid into the ring.
Mm-hmm.
That was fantastic.
As James E. Cornette would call him, Harpo Marx.
James E. Cornette has got to chill a bit. Oh, look at a weapon actually having an effect. That's the one thing I like. AEW has a lot of throwbacks, man, and they make stuff mean stuff. I like seeing blood in professional wrestling when it means something.
I do too. I won't look at that. Fuck.
Oh, he nailed him.
I have no problem with blood in professional wrestling.
No, oh my God! See, you know what? I was just bitching about the V trigger being overused. I'm okay with watching this right now.
Yeah,
I might take it back. Kenny Omega is making me eat my own words right now because he just fucking killed him.
He's using it, but he's using it properly.
Yeah, I'm with it, man. Here we go.
Real angel wings.
One Wing Angel, the most protected move in the history of professional wrestling right now. I shouldn't say the history, sorry, in the current product of professional wrestling. Has not been kicked out of ever, and is not kicked out of right now. We have a brand new AEW World Champion. What a fucking match.
Saw this coming.
I did not see the Impact stuff coming at all.
Nobody saw this coming. Nobody saw Moxley. Nobody saw this. Nobody saw Moxley losing the title on a weekly show. Nobody saw Moxley losing it to Kenny during this period. And of course, nobody saw Don Callis and Impact Wrestling having any part in the deal.
No, absolutely, man. And that's going to put a bow on it. As we record this, I'm excited to see where the future takes us with this. You got anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
Thank you for making me watch that match. Why are you laughing at me?
I just had such a good time watching. It's nice. I'm getting enjoyment out of seeing you enjoy AEW.
It was a good match. It was a great match. It really was. I'm excited. I'm truly excited for the future of AEW because I've been enjoying the product that Impact is giving me. So to see them collide, I'm very excited to see the future of professional wrestling going into 2021. I really am. So on behalf of Jon Moxley versus Kenny Omega and our new AEW World Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Omega, we've been counting it out.
Cheers.